Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am going to be playing with the Georgia Floral Butterfly and the Little Etched Butterflies, and I've got a few other products that you can see here that we'll talk about very shortly. This big butterfly, this is new to me, so what I'm going to do is, this is pretty standard and you probably already know it, I'm just going to rub my fingers over the top. So sometimes they have a little bit of residue from the manufacturing, but then if you rub your fingers over it, and it makes it a dull sort of color, and then it stamps up perfectly. It's just the way to season the stamps. There's nothing wrong with them, it's just a way to season the stamps, and especially when they're new. My color combination is going to be repeated because I do like to repeat my colors. I don't like to bring in a lot of different colors or anything. So we've got BV08, BV04 and BV02, as you can see there on the screen. And this is going to, with the little butterflies, I'm going to, spoil it, I'm going to die cut those out of just plain cardstock. And I'm going to color those with my Copics. But I like to just rotate the colors all the way through it just to keep them. I just find I don't like to introduce a lot of different colors. If I put a color in once, I like to at least put it in a couple more times. Just find this gives it a really good flow through the card. But that's me. You do you. It's all good. The next colours that I'm going to play with are some of my favourite blues. So this time I'm only going as dark as a B97. We've got B95 down to B93. They're only little flowers. This is why we're not going down quite as dark as I would normally, or not going, yeah, we're not going down as quite as dark. I should say up really, because it's 99. But that's me. What can I say? So they are going to be repeated through. Now, let's briefly talk about the other products that I'm going to use. These are staples. They're on my desk in a drawer right at arm's length. I am one of those people that puts things away. Like, I can't have things out. It just messes with my brain. Let's go back to the colours for a sec. The reds, as you can see there, we've got R50, R89, R46 and R24. And we've got a little tiny dot right in the centre of that purple flower. So these are my little etched butterflies, and they're going to be coloured in the same combination of that I've already used. I'm going to do 2 blues, 2 purples and 2 reds. The go-to things that are always on my desk or at arm's length, as I said, I don't put things, I have to put things away. I just can't. I just can't. I am one of those people. Sorry. I wish I could leave it out and enjoy a messy craft room, but that's not me. So we've got the paper rose nesting rectangles. Now, we do have both US card bases and rectangles based on the US card size, and the Australian, the AU. So I'm using the Australian ones. I like these because if my image goes, I'm going to say wonky, but I don't mean it that things, you have an image in your mind and then it moves over. So if your image and whether your card design sort of goes a little bit off to the side, as in not what you planned, but then you decide, you know what, I actually really, really like that. I use the nesting rectangles just to, I know it's straight. you know, if I put my image straight, but you know what I mean? I know the lines are straight and it's all, I can visually put it there exactly where I want. Let's go to the browns for a second. So my little chow, my little chow. So I've got E59 in a chow and E57. I've got a mixture of combinations. That's what happens. The sponging, I've got distress oxides that we're going to play with here. We've got a squeezed lemonade, we've carved pumpkin, and lucky last is saltwater taffy. This could easily be rotated around. Another way you could do would be, I don't know, I reckon you could do the squeezed lemonade, saltwater taffy, and then going into the carved pumpkin. But I quite like the carved pumpkin in the center there. So we're just blending all that out. So the nesting rectangles is a go-to. And of course, the black ink. Now I've got quite a few black inks, but the one I love for my Copic coloring is the Intense, Premium Intense dye ink. Another thing that is on my desk or readily available on my desk is stickles. So I'm just positioning these. They are the go-to things. I'm just going to say they are the go-to things that I use in pretty much every single card, just about. I decided I wanted it a little bit narrower, so we're just going to die cut that out. This is a little bit different in the sense of positioning because I haven't yet to stamp anything on that. But speaking of which, I'm just going to position my ink. Now I did give that a really good clean because I didn't want any leftover residue ink to mark it. I'm going to be putting a little bit of embossing powder over the top of that because I wanted my antennas to be really quite bright. So you can see there was a little bit dry on the left, but that's not going to worry me because it's the antennas that I really wanted, because I a little bit amputated his antennas with cutting him out, because I did cut him out by hand. I do not have the dies. I'm not sure if there's dies available for this one, but I wanted to make sure that the antennas were nice and bright. I'm going to rub my ink pad around the edges. Now, then I decided that that was not enough because you couldn't really see it too much. Because if you keep the ink pad really very upright, very vertical, it's really quite hard to see. So we're going to fix that in a little bit. I wanted his wings to stay popped up. So I've just got a little bit of foam dots and I put those underneath each wing. Putting my little butterflies again wherever I wanted them. Now, of course, in the post, this is going to be squashed down a little bit. The next thing I've got is the Hello Thanks Fine Script stamp. Now, I am going to adhere all my little butterflies beforehand. Now, I always get myself into trouble this, but this is going to be fine. I haven't put any foam tape on the back of this yet, and it's going to work out. But you should probably stamp it before, but you know, this is what I do. So we're just going to stamp him down, and voila. A little bit of embossing powder just to make him stand out that little bit more. It is going to slightly warp our cardstock, but I am going to put a lot of foam tape on the back of this. My name is Natalie and I am an over adheser. I'm loud and proud. One more thing that we're going to do, or two more things we're going to do. I've got a black pen here. Another thing that is always on my desk. And we're just going to do some fake stitching around the side. A little bit of stickles will round our card up nicely. I hope you are well. I hope you are happy. And I will talk to you soon. Please subscribe and like this video, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.